Welcome. My name is Nicole, and today we have a beginner practice in which we will break down some common standing poses like tree, warrior one, warrior two, side angle, and triangle. And don't worry if you don't get it all, but maybe you're just curious and you want a little more instruction. They're very common poses that are used in class quite often. So I hope that this will be informative. It's a beginner class, right? Because I'm explaining, but it's also very challenging because we're going to be doing a lot of standing, a lot of building heat. And so just take that into consideration. But we're going to use blocks. So please follow along and learn how to make the pose your own and hopefully answer your questions. Okay, so if you would like, we are going to start seated. And we are going to do some alternate nostril breathing or Nadi Shodhana. So it's just a breathing exercise. It helps reduce stress, calm the mind, and focus. So it's a really great one, especially if you suffer from anxiety or your thoughts just floating off wherever they want to go, kind of like. I understand that one. I'm always here and there, and so this is really nice to help reground as well as like the anxiety. So if you would like, and also remember that everything is a suggestion. If this isn't called to you, then just go ahead and sit nice and tall and breathe in and out as evenly and calmly as possible. But if you'd like to try the Nadi Shodhana or the alternate nostril breathing, then we're going to take 2 fingers, boop, and then right here, we're going to be sitting tall, and we're going to use our thumb when we need to cover the right nostril, and we're going to use, I'm never good at getting these to stretch right, but so here, and then your ring finger to cover the left. Don't worry, it's really not confusing. I just have a way. So don't worry, I will guide you through the whole thing. Oh, and as we're ready, go ahead and close your right nostril with your thumb and breathe in your left nostril. Now close the left and open the right and breathe out. And breathe in the right. Close the right, open the left, breathe out. And that was 1 round. We're going to do 5. Breathe in the left. Close. Open the right, breathe out. And breathe in the right. Close at the top, open the left, breathe out. And breathe in the left. Close at the top, open the right, breathe out. Breathe in the right. Close, open the left, breathe out. And breathe in the left. Close, open the right, breathe out. Breathe in the right. Close, open the left, breathe out. Last round, breathe in the left. Close, open the right, breathe out. Breathe in the right. Close and breathe out the left. arms down. Take a deep breath in through both now. And out through the nose. And breathe in. And out. And one more deep inhale through the nose. And out. Thank you for joining me there. All right. So from here, and we're going to try to maintain that nice deep breathing throughout the practice. And whenever you find your mind wandering, which it will, just come back to the breath. So from here, we're going to meet at standing and get all that standing stuff going. So I'll meet you standing at the top of your mat. All right, standing. We're going to have our feet under our hips and spread those toes. Really feel like you have a nice, even foundation. Experiment with where you're holding your weight and then try to find a nice, even balancing point. And then inhale, raise your arms up overhead. And then we're going to fold forward, bending the knees a whole bunch. And here you can have blocks too. So inhale halfway, look up. You're kind of going for a little bit of a flat back here, but you can also use your shins or fingers to the floor, and you can keep your knees as bent as you need to. And then inhale, we're going to do 2 rounds of that flowing. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway, look up. And exhale, fold. And inhale all the way to the top. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, look up. And exhale, fold. And inhale all the way to the top. Beautiful. All right, so I'll move your blocks out of the way. We're gonna raise our energy here a little bit. So feet under the hips. You want bending the knees here. And then we're gonna your fingertips to our shoulders. Roll our shoulders onto our back. And then have our feet firm, keeping the lower body steady. We're gonna start twisting. And you turn the head as well. We're gonna do this for a little bit here. Really twisting through the core, engaging. You can go really slow, or you can speed it up. Maybe try both. A little bit longer, maybe go the opposite of whatever you're doing. So if you're slow, try going a little faster. If you feel like you can, and then if you're going fast, slow it down, nice and controlled. Now let's all go a little bit faster, a little bit longer. Bring it out. And slow it down. And come to center. Bring your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in and out. And then inhale, raise your arms overhead. Grab one wrist and then tip to the side. And you can use your arm to really pull that wrist into extension here and breathe in and out. Really engage your core. And come up, switch the clasp and stretch up through the arm you're gonna fall over with. And breathe in, and you can look up and under, or you can look down. And breathe. And come up. Drop the hands. And then we are going to meet into a plank. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, halfway, look up. And then exhale into plank. Breathe in at the top. Lower the knees if you need to modify. And then just come on all fours and have a neutral spine. So I'll do this on the side so you can see. So neutral, and this is sort of like a cow rotation. So keep the cow rotation, maybe not as dramatically as or as strongly as you can make it, but maybe just a little bit. From there, keeping that, toes curled under, press through your hands and your feet. Just lift your knees off and then pressing through your hands, lift your hips high. Check your hands, make sure they're nice and active. This is downward dog. Breathing in and out. I'm going to do 2 more rounds of breath. And then bend your knees a whole bunch and look forward. Lift through the core and walk to the front of your mat. Inhale halfway, look up, exhale, fold. Inhale all the way to standing. Beautiful. So now I'm just gonna grab this chair over here so I can work a little bit of tree. So if you know that your balance, you're gonna want a little something, then go ahead and use a wall, a chair, whatever feels handy near you. So feet are under hips, a little playful bend in the knee, and I'm not stressing out because, if I fall out, it really doesn't matter. Like, putting so much pressure on yourself is it's not going to help your balance at all. But luckily we're at home, nobody's watching, it doesn't matter. Let's have fun. Okay, so I'm gonna put the weight in my left foot. So if you need something here, go ahead. And then bring your right knee up. And I still have that little bend in the left. And then I'm gonna rotate out to the side here. And you can put your foot above the ankle to balance here, or you can have it be above the knee, not on the joints. You can just balance here and maybe take little just try to breathe and feel how it feels to just be in this shape, especially if you have something that can support you. I'm pressing my foot into my thigh and then engaging my thigh by pushing it back into my foot so that they're active. All right, and then lower. We're gonna switch sides here. So inhale, bring, well, we have our playful bend. All right, inhale, bring the left knee up. Take a deep breath in. Take a moment to bring awareness into your right foot. What is it doing? Are the toes spreading? How is your weight being distributed? Can you distribute it just a little bit more evenly? And then open that leg, that thigh, knee out to the side. And then you can put the foot above the ankle or above the knee. And press that thigh in to your foot and your foot into the thigh. There's an idea that your hips will be level. But there's only so many things that we can play with at one time. Start with balance and breathing. One more deep breath in and out, and come out the same way we came in. Beautiful. So let's go ahead and inhale our arms up overhead and exhale, fold all the way over. Inhale, halfway look up, and we're gonna come back into plank. Inhale. All right, you can always drop the knees. We want the abs, core drawing in and up, and a little poof in the back of the heart so we're not collapsing through the shoulders. And then exhale, keep those shoulders strong, elbows drawing in, not out, in, and then lower all the way down. And go ahead and bring your elbows on your shoulders. And we're just gonna pull a little length into our low back and lift one leg. Try to reach it back even more. And lower it. And then do the same. Lift the other one. Reach back, lower. And then clasp the hands behind the lobe. They're just like above the low back, above the bum. And my shoulders are pitching forward again. So I'm going to roll them up and back. And then inhale, lift. And then maybe lift my toes off the ground as well. And breathe deeply. And exhale, and use my arms to help really pull and open my chest more. It's very strong and wonderful for your back. Okay, lower down. Take a moment. Take a deep breath into your belly. And out. And deep breath in. And out. One more. And out. All right, we're gonna come over and do that one more time. So go ahead and clasp the hands, but clasp them the weird way. And roll the shoulders up and back and inhale, lift and breathe. Collarbones bright. Toes pointing back. One more deep breath in. And exhale. And now we're going to inhale back into plank and exhale into downward dog. But let's go ahead and grab our blocks here for downward dog. And you can have them on whatever setting, low. Oh, high might be a little bit unstable. So this one or this way. And really grab those blocks, really press into them, bend the knees, really get high in the booty, high. Reach. And when you're fully extended, then maybe you can work towards dropping the heels. It's really not necessary. It's more important to have length in the spine. And a little note for this down dogs is if you feel like it's crazy intense on your shoulders, maybe you have I kind of talked about this the last video or in our beginning videos. You feel like maybe your stance is too long. So maybe you're like way long. Bring it in. Bend those knees. Tilt that booty to the sky. And that'll really help take it out of the shoulders. Okay. So we're in downward dog. Take another deep breath in. And then raise. Whoa. We're going to do it the opposite way here. Raise your left leg high to the sky. And then the back foot to come up and forward. And then swing that left leg through. Hopefully it's a little bit easier if you have a little bit of height on the blocks. So here we're in lunge. To make it a warrior one, drop that back foot at an angle. And then inhale, come up. And it feels awkward because we're talking about warrior one here. And you kind of just automatically want to be open, right? Neutrally, your pelvis is facing this way. But you're going to want to turn your torso over. And you may need a longer or more open stance, more depending on how large your pelvis is here. So keep that in mind. You don't want this knee coming way over the ankle. You want it above or coming out a little bit. And you want to be able to see your big toe. And it's a lot of work. Inhale, squeeze those legs together. Fire up. If you fire up this glute, it'll help you turn over. And then the last thing about warrior one is you lift the arms up and overhead. Maybe gaze up. Breathe in and out. I know it's a lot of work. Come out always if you need to take a break. This is just so you get an idea of what warrior one looks like. All right. Come down. Turn the back heel up. Drop the knee. And we'll do a little counter pose for that front leg. Come into half splits. We have our blocks here. Inhale. And then exhale, fold if you'd like, keeping the front foot active. One more deep breath. And exhale. And come back, come into lunge. And we're just gonna transition around for the other side. So now, kind of get a different view of what's going on. That back foot is at an angle. You're gonna come up and keep breathing here. And kind of this natural tendency to want to just be over our pelvis neutrally, but really we want to turn our torso. Do, 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 do. You can even bring your left arm of your right, help you with squaring your torso over and really engage your glute. Lastly, inhale. Make sure you can see your big toe. And then exhale. Come down. Lift that back heel. Drop the knee. And then back through the front heel to half splits. And this is square 90 here. Little micro bend in the front knee, pressing down through the front heel and drawing it back to help square out my hips. Exhale, fold if you'd like. Come back into that. Lift the knee. Pivot the feet to the long edge of the mat. To a little bend, micro bend in the knee, a little tilt in the pelvis. Inhale, lift the chin. Feel like you're pulling some length into your spine. And exhale, fold. Breathing in. And out. 2 more rounds. Inhale, halfway look up, and then pivot the toes once more. So now we're coming around back to the front of our mat. Drop that back heel, bring the other one, and we're gonna come into a little child's pose. Take a moment before we move on to warrior two. Spread the knees as wide as the mat, or you can keep them together. And then lean back. And so her options for child pose, knees together and back, or knees as wide as the mat and lower back. And you can have your toes curl under or flat. What feels best for you? What do you need the most? Breathe in. And out. Okay, come back up, come back onto all fours, blocks back in place, really gripping them, toes curled under, so we're sort of in a tabletop, but lifted higher with blocks. Put a little tilt in your pelvis, lift the knees, and then exhale. Press, 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 press high. And then very lastly, work towards straightening the legs, dropping the heels. All right, raise that left leg high to the sky once more. And then exhale, bring it through, lift high on the back ball, get a little height. And now we're in lunge. And we want to be in warrior two. So we're gonna drop that back foot again. And we're gonna come up, maybe windmill our arms, however. And now we still want to be here, but we're just gonna come over a little bit more. And experiment with your back foot. You know, it's gonna be a little bit different for everyone and how your pelvis is. So find a way that you feel like you can sit comfortably. You know, experiment with how you're holding your weight here in the center. Arms are out to the side, shoulders rolling down. And then you look over longingly over your middle finger here. And breathing in, squeeze those legs together, get a little lift through the pelvis. And then exhale, press the legs apart. And really try to feel the activation in all the muscles in your legs. Inhale, squeeze them. Bring your hands together at the same time. Lift, and then exhale, come apart. So real fast, before we just collapse from this, warrior one. And then it's just a slight shifting and a little bit more open of a foot and kind of coming open. Warrior one. Warrior two. Long edge of the mat, short edge. Yeah, you'll get it, I promise. All right, let's come out. Now we're in our high lunge, drop the knee, half splits. Pressing out through that ball of the foot, and at the same time pressing down through the heel and pulling back. Helps me square my hips and activate my hamstrings. All right. Inhale. Lunge. Now we're gonna pivot our feet, toes to the long edge of the mat, walk them around, and experiment warrior two on the right side. Sorry, right side. This is my right leg anyways. So come on up. You can windmill the arms if you'd like. But however, let's just focus on this lower body work here. So, you know, the back toes at a little bit of an angle, not as much as warrior one, but at a little bit will be helpful. Probably experiment if you need to widen this foot out some more so you have more space in between so you're not riding like railroad tracks. It's just going to be depending on your pelvis. So experiment with what works well for you, where you can find ease. And then squeeze the legs together, activate, fire up. And then exhale, press them away, extend. So there's the difference. Warrior one, short edge, torso to the short edge of the mat. The back foot is turned in more. And then opening, warrior two, torso to long edge, back's a little bit more open. Warrior one, Warrior two. Okay. Exhale. Let's come out. High lunge. Drop that back knee. Front heel strongly to pull your right hip back into half splits. Inhale, lift your chin, get long, and then fold if you'd like. And then inhale, back into the high lunge. And then we're gonna pivot towards the long edge of our mat. Come back around to the front of our mat. In our high lunge, drop the knee and bring your other knee back. We're gonna take another moment here for child's pose. So either knees wide as the mat or knees together. Pressing the hands to push your hips back towards your heels and then drop your forehead to the earth. And inhale, come on up. We're gonna come onto all fours. Putting in our blocks once more for our last round of experimenting with extended side angle and triangle. So gripping our blocks firmly, toes curled under, a little tilt in the pelvis, and engage the core and press through your hands to lengthen out your arms into your shoulders, lifting your hips, and then dropping the head. And breathe into the back of the heart. And then lift. Right leg high. Oh, I keep doing this. Left leg high. Left leg high. And then onto the ball of the back foot. Lift, come through. And then drop it. And if you remember, we did here for warrior two. That's how we're going to enter. So windmill, warrior two. You can see my big toe. And then come down, drop. Now what we're gonna do here is rolling open, roll the heart open, and then inhale, bring this arm up and around, and then reach. Make sure not just kind of overextending the shoulder here, but then I'm drawing it back into place. And you should feel this really nice long extension all the way from my back foot all the way up the side and out my right fingertips. If your neck's bothering you, you can look down. And this is extended side angle. Inhale, come up. Warrior two. Exhale, drop. Come around. Extended side angle. Inhale. Warrior two. Exhale, drop, roll around, reach. Extended side angle. Beautiful. Inhale, come up. Give that leg a break. Straighten it. And we're gonna do a little triangle now. So you may need to adjust your feet a little bit, maybe come in some and point the toes. So open the arms back into these warrior two arms. A little bend in the front knee. And I'm gonna reach out and over, but keeping my torso open to the side. And then when I can't reach anymore, I'm gonna drop my hand on my shin, on a block, on a higher setting on a block, on the floor. And then you don't want to be overly reliant on the floor or the block or wherever. You want this to be more core. So press down, roll open. You can put your hand to your heart to help you do this. Roll open, lift your hand to the sky, roll that shoulder back. Pretend like you're pressing into a wall or something firm if you're having trouble rolling that shoulder back. And then lift so you know how that feels. And breathe. And we're in triangle. You can always look down if you need to. And then drop your hand, come around. So now we're in our lunge again. And we're gonna shift to the back. And we're gonna drop our foot, so it's gonna be in a warrior two position. So just at a little bit of an angle. And then inhale, come on up. Breathing in. And then exhale, drop your forearm to your thigh. And then inhale, roll around and reach with that left arm. So you feel nice all the way from the side edge of your feet, all the way up and out your. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, drop. Extended side angle. Warrior two. Extended side angle. Exhale. Last time, inhale, warrior two. And exhale. Extended side angle. Come on up. Give that leg a break. Straighten the leg. May need to shorten your stance a little bit. We're gonna experiment with triangle. For the most part, the feet are pretty similar. But like I said, just maybe a little bit. Just experiment a little. All our bodies are different. So it's gonna be just slightly different for everybody. So this is where I naturally kind of just feel like hanging out. I'm gonna come over the front, my torso over, a little more like warrior one now. And then reach. And we can't extend out anymore. Then you can drop your hand to your shin, to a block. Maybe have a little micro bend in your front knee. And then from here, roll your heart open, lift your head to the sky. Look down if you need to. Lift off the block. See how that feels? Have all that strength to hold you. And Come on out, lift the back heel, lower the knee, and extend. It's pushing back through your heel. Lift on the inhale, lift the chin, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, back into lunge, shift. Now we're at the middle of our mat. Inhale, really extend the pelvis, arch the pelvis, maybe even lift up on the edges of the feet. And then exhale, keeping all the strength in the legs. Fold over if you'd like. And then inhale, halfway look up. And we're going to come back now, pivot over to the front of our mat, drop the knee, bring it to meet the other. Let's come back in to a child's pose. You did it. You did all the hard work. I'm going to do a little bit of a cool down now, but hopefully you feel more confident in your warrior one, warrior two, tree, side angle, and triangle. It's a lot of poses, but you did great. And then go ahead and inhale. Come on up. And we're going some seated twist. So bring your right foot around your left knee and sit up tall and sit evenly. Take a breath in, lengthen the spine. And then reach your right arm behind you. And inhale, left high to the sky. And then twist to your right, hooking it around that knee. And then looking over the right shoulder. You can always have the bottom foot out. You can always just grab like this, a little hug. Wherever you are, just think tall on the inhale, on the spine. And on the exhale, it's a little twist deeper. Turn your head back. Rest of you. I'm going to switch sides. So now my right leg is out in front. Cross the left foot over. And inhale, get tall. And you can always have this in towards your booty too. Inhale, lift. Exhale, look over. Now inhale, right arm high. And exhale, twist again. And if you like to or hug, just lift on the inhale. Now your head back and the rest of you. And go ahead and bring the feet on the front of you and roll down onto your back. We're going to set up for a bridge pose. So start by rolling one shoulder and the other just a little bit under your back more. You can either grab the outside of the mat or press up and clasp the hands behind your back and roll the arms under, even pressing firmly. And inhale, lift and breathe. Press those heels first to the floor. Activate your hamstrings anymore. Try to kick yourself in the butt without lifting the floor. And then breathe in and down and lower. Bring your knees in now. Roll around on your low back if that feels nice. Edges of your feet, draw them down on the outside of your torso, and you can roll around here too if it feels nice. Otherwise, statically breathing is perfect as well. Take everything, ball, squeeze all your muscles tight, tight, tight. Take a deep breath in, hold it. When you can't hold it anymore, then we're gonna relax, release, let go into Shavasana. Maybe our feet fall out to the side, hands roll open, find comfort. Maybe you like to keep your knees knocked in. Maybe you prefer to sit up. Wherever you are, let go. And know you did a great job. And now just breathe into sensations. And think relax and let go on the exhale. I'll be here to guide you out in a few minutes. If you'd like to come out, bring small movement back to your fingers and toes. If you'd like to stay in, by all means. It's a great place to be. And roll to one side or the other. And push yourself back up to a seated position. Thank you for practicing with me. Always reach out, email me if you have any questions. I would love to help you on your yoga journey. Namaste.